Hi, friends. Today I want to get real with you. Like, really real. Because for a long time, I was barely keeping it together. Not just my house, but my mind, my budget, my spirit. All of it felt like it was falling apart. I was stuck in this vicious cycle where everything just felt like it was way too much. I look around and there was nothing but chaos. Bills were unpaid, dishes were piling up, my kids needed me, and I just felt like, what's the point? I'm never going to catch up. I'm never going to be enough. I lived like that for a very long time, actually. I was always feeling like I was always falling behind, always falling short. Like, I wanted to be a good mom, I really did, but it just felt impossible. And the worst part, I just kept chasing perfection. All or nothing. If I couldn't do it right, then why even try? And that mindset left me feeling extremely exhausted. It left me feeling guilty and hopeless. But then something shifted. I got down on my knees and I prayed. I truly prayed out of pure desperation. And I had this light bulb moment. I asked myself, who's even watching me? Like, who am I trying so hard to impress? My life is not a sitcom. It's not in the spread of Home and Garden. Why am I living like I'm auditioning to be the next Martha Stewart Jr.? And that's when I realized I was living for the wrong audience. I was carrying the weight of the imaginary expectations that no one ever actually placed on me. I decided right there and then I'm living for an audience of one, Jesus. And he never asked me to be perfect, actually. He asked me to be faithful, to be responsible in what he gave me, not what he gave somebody else. I'm not trying to be a Pinterest mom. I'm not super mom on Instagram. I just want to be me. And right there and then, he gave me peace. But it didn't fix the mess overnight. I still had the same bills, the same clutter, the same brain, and that felt like a browser with 42 tabs that were open. But now I have a new mindset. I gave myself permission to start small, just one baby step at a time, one little decision towards another, one little act of stewardship. I started creating systems. Not because I'm naturally organized. I do have ADD. I'm distracted by squirrels. Even the most minor things distract me. But because I had to be organized, I started building these systems that helped me survive when the motivation ran out. Just like my finances, I used to juggle a million due dates. I was consistently late on something. It was a disaster. But now I have it all fixed. All my bills, all of them run on autopilot. They draft from one single account that stays funded, so I don't have to worry about all the different due dates. And that's one mental tab I can close. Another example would be my notebook. I carry a little notebook that I call my brain dump. This notebook go with me everywhere. I put it in my purse. I take it with me to work. It goes everywhere. And anytime I have a thought, a task, or an idea, I just write it down immediately. No more sticky notes on the fridge, leaving 5 open notebook apps and forgotten text to myself. No, one single little book where I keep it all together. And I can reference if I need to go back and explore something that piqued my interest or something that I needed to remember. I can dump it all there. It's my brain dump. Cleaning, instead of trying to do it all in one day, which would just cause me to procrastinate, and then eventually it became so much that I just didn't want to do it at all. Now I do little bites. I've got a rhythm going on now. I clean as I go. And I can give you examples of that in another video. So little by little, I realized that all these little small systems, they weren't just helping me stay on top of things, they were changing the way I felt about my life. Now, when something pops into my head, something I need to do, I immediately put it down on Google Calendar as a task. That way, it's out of my head. I don't have to carry the mental load of remembering everything. When I cook, I always unload the dishwasher before I start cooking. That way, I can load dirty dishes as I go as I'm cooking, not after I'm full, tired, and all I want to do is get on the couch and watch TV. It just keeps my kitchen clean. When I'm done cooking, the dishes are done. All I have to do is start the dishwasher, and I wake up to a clean kitchen. And that's the thing, it all connects. A clean kitchen makes me want to cook. The cooking is saving me money. It also helps me eat healthier. It does keep us out of the drive-through lines. The leftovers go in packed lunches the night before. That way in the morning, I'm not scrambling to get my lunch together. And it saves me money. I'm not running out during lunchtime, picking up some fast food that's not healthy for me. And I'm eating into my lunch hour. Now I can just sit in my car, eat my lunch, and go back to work, relax, and take on the other half of my workday. So now my mornings do run smoother. I don't have to deal with any of that stress. Also, about work, one thing that used to stress me out was picking out my clothes every morning. I didn't like what I chose. I would scramble and ramble through my closet. Now I have to iron. Now I don't want to wear that because I don't have time to iron. It was a mess. So what I do is I actually take 1 hour out of every Sunday. I lay out the 5 outfits I am going to wear for the week. I make sure that I like them, make sure everything fits, it looks appropriate for work, make sure it's not uncomfortable or I have to keep tugging and pulling on it. I go ahead and iron it, lay it out, and that's one less thing that I have to worry throughout my week. All of this might seem very small, but it's not. Every little system is like a little gift to your future self. It is a way of saying, I care about you. I want you to breathe easier. And the beauty of it all, I didn't do it all at once. It didn't need to become something that completely made over my life and took over and felt overwhelming. I just did a little at a time. I did not need to become somebody I'm not. I just needed to start somewhere with what I had and let Jesus guide me through it. I stopped trying to win the approval of people who weren't even paying attention really, and started focusing on the one who always is. So if your life feels messy or too far gone, I just want to encourage you. It's not you. You're not. There is hope. And it starts with one small step. Build one system, make one new habit, set one small thing on autopilot, and let it snowball. I'd love to hear what systems you've created or want to create to make your life less stressful and more peaceful. Just drop a comment and let's talk. And if you want more ideas or even a peek into my weekly planning routine, let me know. I can totally do a video about that. All right, friends. Well, thanks for letting me share my heart today. You've got this. Remember, baby steps, not perfection, and you're not alone. And remember, when we live for the audience of one, we don't have to impress. We just have to be faithful. Love y'all. See you on the next one.